Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, Eagles fans of all ages from all places. How we doing today? I don't know about you, but I was up rather late last night, scrolling through the fine hellscape that is known as Eagles Twitter. I think last night might have been the most fun I've had with Eagles Twitter since, I'm going to say, maybe the Super Bowl, which, I mean, nothing tops that, clearly, but holy shit, last night was fun. I think I said this, but going into this game, I was kind of hoping we'd lose. It's a meaningless game. Higher draft pick, easier schedule next year, and honestly, I wanted Alex Smith to get to the playoffs. I just did. I'm a sucker for a good storyline. So here's another chapter in the Alex Smith story, in the Ron Rivera story, for another week, because I think they're probably going to lose to Tampa Bay next week. So, does it matter? I don't know. I can tell you the Eagles would have gotten their shit kicked in by Tampa Bay. So, I think I think Washington might at least have a slight chance against Tampa, simply because of how good Washington's defense is, and the fact that sometimes the Bucs offense just stutters, and it's weird. But now, do I think the Washington's going to win? No, but I think there's a chance. There's more of a chance than if, say, Philly made it, or the Giants made it. The Giants also would have gotten their shit pushed in by Tampa Bay. Now, Hurts didn't have a great first half. I know he had the 2 rushing touchdowns, which were good. His throwing statistics were way bad. I think he had like a 25.7 QBR in the first half, or whenever he got pulled. Sudfeld was, honest to God, he was about what I expected him to be. Actually, I don't know. I thought he looked a little bit worse than I thought he would. But to be fair, Washington's defense is suffocating. I'm trying to think of how I want to spin this, where I want to go with this. I was hoping that Washington would win for all the reasons I listed above. I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be so blatant. The whole going for it on 4th and 4 in the red zone when you could kick a 20-something yard field goal and tie the game. That one, in a game like that where points are at a premium because it's 2 good defenses. 2 good defenses mixed with 2 stunted offenses. See, this is the thing that worries me about Doug Peterson. Yeah, haha, we're tanking. Yeah, don't kick the field goal. Haha. Yes. That's what I was saying, because I thought it was funny. That's what Eagles Twitter was saying, because they thought it was funny. And they actually wanted to lose. If Doug Peterson was actually coaching and was actually trying to... Do I think Doug Peterson was actually trying to win the game? I don't even know. I'm not even sure I could answer that. Because if he was, and he made that stupid of a decision to not kick that, if Doug was actually trying to win and doesn't kick that field goal, I'm at a loss on that one. I mean, my God. Because I thought that when they went out and they lined up on 4th down, I thought, are they actually doing this? Sudfeld coming in. I don't know. It's one of those things. I thought his answer this morning was total horseshit. This morning, or was it? It might have been last night. Oh, Sudfeld's been with this team. I thought he deserved to get some reps. Okay. I don't know. I feel like maybe you could have come up with something just a teensy bit better. But hey, who am I? I will say, I was, somebody brought this up on Twitter, last night, post-game, and I saw the same thing. At one point, there was a play where Sudfeld was getting sacked, and Jason Kelce runs over and grabs him and is trying to pull him for a couple extra yards as he's getting sacked, pulled to the ground. And I thought, man, this... that made me sad. Jason Kelce's very much got that... he's got the J.J. Watt energy, There's no such thing as a meaningless game, a meaningless play. His mind just isn't wired like that. And I don't know, as much as he's done for the team and as much as he's meant to the fan base, and with the rumors swirling, it does kind of make me sad that might be how we sent him off. That makes me a little sad. There's all the images, last night of Wentz and Ertz and Kelce sitting on the bench long after the game was over. And yeah, that one made me a little sad too. 2 years ago, I would have, and even last year, to an extent. Actually, no, yeah, well, last year, I'd have told you those three guys, those were the best 3 guys on our team. Especially on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, you could make the argument, obviously, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. To me, Wentz, Ertz, and Kelce was like, I don't know, I just always kind of looked at, that was the offensive core, was those 3 guys. So, now to think about the fact that all 3 of those guys might very well be gone. Likely will be gone next year. That makes me a little sad. It really does. That does make me kind of sad. And on the note of making people sad, I watched the I watched the Zach Ertz presser before I started recording this, and wow. I mean, you want to talk about another guy that's meant so much to that city and that team and that fan base. That one, that one was tough. That was tough to watch. One of my biggest takeaways was, well, pain, obviously, but it's so funny to hear other people, other players, other fans around the league talking about Philly and how people don't want to play in Philadelphia, and people don't like the fans, and people don't like the fan base, and guys don't want to play in Philadelphia. And you have even former Eagles, you know, I hate to use Orlando Scandrick as an example. Golden Tate, guys that have left the Eagles and went on to talk about how terrible the fan base was and how they were so glad they got out of Philadelphia. And then you hear, you know, the Zach Ertzes of the world that, you know, they get up on the press box and they're saying through tears how much this city meant to them and how much they loved playing for this city and how great of an experience they had playing in this city. And you know, it really helps you weed out, frankly, who the bitches are. You know, the Orlando Scandricks and the Golden Tates of the world. Oh, we hated playing for Philly fan. Well, fuck you then. You know, just shut up and quit your whining. You know, the fan base is most definitely rough around the edges, and I have had, obviously, if you've paid any attention to either this or my Twitter feed, I've had my fair share of unpleasant experiences with multiple facets of the Philadelphia fan base. But ultimately, the Eagles fan base just wants guys to show up and play well. And if you're not playing well, yeah, you're going to hear about it. You're going to hear about it very loudly. But that's not... Yeah, the fan base boos when you suck. What else is new? Yeah, the fan base might talk some shit, and they might talk some shit directly to you if you suck. Be better, or go somewhere else. And the one thing Philadelphia fan base will more than definitely do is if you leave, especially if you get cut, Orlando Scandrick, Will Parks, who I had a personal run-in on with Twitter. If you get cut from the team and then you go talk shit about how bad the team is, oh boy, get ready for the fan base to absolutely lynch mob you. They take no prisoners, man, from that kind of shit. If you're a bum and you get cut and then you go talk shit, no. That's not how this fan base works. They're not going to tolerate that shit. So on the note of Twitter, there were a lot of things from that game last night that made me very, very sad. But what kind of made it worth it was seeing the salt from every other fan base in the NFL, particularly the Giants fans and the Giants players. Oh my God, seeing the tweets from Golden Tate and Darius Slayton and Martinez. Oh my God, man. And Eli Manning made me so fucking happy. Oh my God. I was like, I was having a night last night. And then the Giants fan base. Oh my God. Oh, those poor Giants fans. Oh my God. Win more than 6 games. So you don't have to rely on a dog shit Eagles team to win you into the playoffs for you. Maybe if your team didn't suck, you wouldn't be in this position. Oh, man. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, my God. I had so much fun on Twitter last night. So it was... That made things a little bit more worth it, just seeing the pure salt from Giants fans and Giants players. That made it so much better. And then to hear all the other fan bases yapping about the integrity of the game. Shove it up your ass, man. The Jaguars have been openly punting this season since like the week 7 mark. Tossing in Mike Glennon as their starting quarterback. Mike Glennon as their starting quarterback. And people are going to make fun of us for putting in Nate Sudfeld. Mike Glennon. People were actively harassing the Jets for winning a game. But when we do it, oh, the horrors. What about the integrity of the game? Give me a break. Tank for Trevor. Tank for Trevor. Tank for Tua. These have been like active catchphrases in the NFL the last couple of years. But when we do it, how dare you? How dare you, Tank? How dare you lose a game? Ridiculous. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. People just like to hate on the Eagles for whatever reason. And I guess part of it, too, is, and half the people that are talking this shit wouldn't have even known what the hell happened if this game had been on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Why this game was ever flexed to Sunday Night Football escapes me. Why would the NFL want... I understand you want to put a game on Sunday Night Football that has playoff implications, right? You're not going to put a game on Sunday Night Football that between two teams that are both eliminated from the playoffs and neither team is playing for absolutely nothing. I get that. Why would you not put Bears-Packers? That was a solid game. I watched that game. The score Green Bay ran up the score a little bit, like in the fourth quarter. But the game, I enjoyed the game. I thought it was a good game. Why wouldn't you put that on Sunday Night Football? I'd say the Colts, but nobody wants to watch the Jaguars on Sunday Night Football. But who the hell wants to watch the Eagles on Sunday Night Football? The Eagles are garbage. Could we reliably beat Jacksonville? I don't even know, honestly. The Redskins aren't that good. Who wants to watch them on Sunday Night Football? Packers Bears. I'm telling you, that should have been the Sunday night game. Put the Titans Texans game on Sunday Night Football. By all accounts, I didn't get to watch the game. I was watching Packers Bears. By all accounts, that was a fantastic game. The final score was like 33-28, wasn't it? Fairly high scoring, close game, and from what I understood, it went literally all the way down to the wire. Didn't the Titans... It was game-winning field goal, wasn't it? What? Put that game on Sunday Night Football. What? I don't know. Just it eludes me why the NFL wanted to put Eagles Redskins on Sunday Night Football when both teams are going to finish the season below 500. I just don't get it. I really don't. I thought it was funny to hear last night. It was really, really funny to hear Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth, who I love both of them, by the way. Fuck you guys. I love both of those guys. It was funny to hear them talk, and like, you could hear them in real time trying to wrap their head around what the hell Doug Peterson was doing in that second half. They're like, oh, well, something, at first it was, well, something must be wrong with Jalen Hurts, but then, Jalen Hurts is still sitting on the sideline. It looks like he can come in and play. He's just not. And then the first, 4 series, it was like, well, do you consider bringing Jalen Hurts back in? And then it kind of shifted to, well, Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts and, the quarterback controversy there. Maybe they're just bringing in Nate Sudfeld so they see what they have in Nate Sudfeld. Okay, Chris. It was so funny to watch them kind of tick their way along the second half of that game, trying to figure out what they were seeing. I thought that was funny. Man, nothing tops the reaction of the Giants players. That for me made it, I'm not going to say 100% worth it, because the whole Jason Kelce angle still just makes me so sad. But it was a fun night on Eagles Twitter. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a couple things, people that I can. Dan Orlewski, who I freaking love, by the way. He's been. I've been following him all year on Twitter, and he's 90% of his takes I think are outstanding. But he was one of those ones that hopped on the, oh my God, what the Eagles are doing is immoral and blatantly disrespectful to the game. And I was like, oh, Dan, give me a break. When 6 weeks ago, Orlewski tweeted something to the effect of, the Jets or the Jags or teams that are looking at Trevor Lawrence don't win. It's not worth it. You would rather have Trevor Lawrence. I'm like, but then he tweeted what he did last night, and I was like, what do you mean? I don't know. It's wild. It was a wild night on Eagles Twitter last night, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So, with that being said, I do have to get back to work here soon. So with all of that being said, and leaving on the note of Eagles Twitter, I would like to say, for anybody that watches the 24 and a half minutes of video to get to this point, I have thoroughly enjoyed my time here this year. It got a little bit rocky here towards the last few weeks. Once I started working from home, things got weird, schedule got weird. I was, on breaks at different times throughout the day, versus when I'm here at the office, I take my break at the same time every day, and I come out here, and this is it's my dedicated time to do this. Versus when I'm at home, I don't necessarily have that dedicated time set aside. So I don't know. It just got kind of weird. It's only been the last couple weeks, really, but it did get a little weird. But I mean, I've enjoyed doing this, and I've enjoyed my time on Twitter as well. I've said this before, but the Twitter page, to an extent, and this most definitely, I was never really doing it for a following. Obviously, nobody watches these. It's always been, to me, about just, you finish watching a game, 3.5 hours worth of a game, and everything's just there, and it's like, I want to talk about this. Nobody in my family watches football, so I can't really talk about it with them. So this is just me taking all those thoughts and just blah. And that's what this is. It's getting my thoughts. It's getting my football thoughts out there. And if people want to listen to it, that's great. If they don't, no offense taken. Twitter is kind of the same thing. I tweet a lot. Probably a lot more than most people would care to read. And again, that's fine. If you don't want to read it, no offense taken. That's just, again, it's another way for me to just get stuff out there as games are going on. So from anybody from Eagles Twitter that sees this, I'd like to thank all of you guys for, keeping it fun, keeping it interesting. It's been another good year on Philly Twitter and sports Twitter in general. It's been a good year, been a good season. And, I've obviously had its ups and downs. Philly Twitter this year has been extraordinarily toxic. And I don't see that going anywhere anytime soon. But ultimately, it's still been fun. And to anybody that sees this and anybody that watches this, I thank you guys most of all for sitting through and listening to my bullshit. You guys deserve all the medals in the world for that. So, a very heartfelt thank you to anybody that actually watches this stuff. And I don't know what next season I don't know what next season holds yet. Don't know what my life will look like, what my schedule will look like, but we'll see. I'll still be on Twitter, so I'll, if there's updates, they'll probably be there. And as next season draws closer, I will, make a decision about whether I'm going to do this or not again. I very well might, especially if I'm still working here. The break times is good. Actually, honestly, it's going to be weird now. Once football's over, I'm going to be like, oh, what the hell do I do on my break now? So yeah, we'll see what next season holds. I might be back, I might not. I will definitely be on Twitter. That's not going anywhere because that's not really time consuming. I'm not going anywhere here yet. I'll be making videos probably Mondays and Fridays when I'm in the office about playoff football. I'm super excited for the playoffs this year. So that'll still be a thing. You'll still see me a couple times a week for playoffs. I'll probably do Fridays. My picks for the games, and then Mondays I'll try and break the games down and talk about what I think. And hopefully you guys will be around for that, like you guys have been around for this. And yeah, I'll see you next time I record. This video is about a half an hour long. Jesus, I feel bad for you guys. I gotta go back to work. Everybody have a good day. Hope you had a good Christmas, holiday, New Year. And take care, kids. See you next time.